I don't know. Anyway,
So,
you've reached
dating.
Athena and Gabe in the morning.
What
Welcome.
up?
What
Welcome.
doing since Valentine's Day week. We're doing our, I don't know what you want to call it.
Our dating podcast.
All right.
He invited me here today to his studio to do a dating podcast, and that's what we're doing today.
Studio.
This is the studio. This is the official studio.
Yeah. So where do you want to start at?
Wherever.
Wherever.
We can start right here.
Right now.
Right now.
Yeah. What better place than now? Or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Always a good time.
Always. We just started about what we were talking about earlier. So we've
coffee's
actually
great.
Nice, right? Starbucks, yo.
Shout out.
What were we talking about earlier? Like, how do you make connection with somebody nowadays
You like their picture
and stalk them on Instagram?
on Instagram, and then you send them messages.
Yeah.
You text them.
I should show you guys my phone.
I think that's how you make a connection, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Now.
you talking about like in real life or through like
IRL.
yeah, whatever. Are you talking about that or like apps like thing?
No, I was just talking about Instagram. I guess how you connect with people now.
Yeah.
A phone call. Like, phone calls are so foreign now. People don't like to make phone calls.
No. Remember back in the day, like, did you ever do like three-way?
Yes.
And then you would talk on the phone until like 3 a.m. or something.
Not on three-way. Oh, I guess yeah, with like my best friends. I remember that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I remember that. But like,
Happy early V-Day.
all right. How come nobody's like me?
So what
What up,
balances a
yo?
perfect relationship when you have to stay at home, body, and you're all over the city?
What?
He asked, so what balances a perfect relationship when you have to stay at home and you're all over the city?
When you have to stay at
How
home?
do you get your girl to go out more?
Communicate.
Maybe communicate. Maybe do things she likes to do.
Yeah. I mean, there's got to be
Find out like a
something.
common grounds that you kind of like doing and she kind of likes doing that you guys could do together.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Connections, yo.
Connections. Okay.
Connections.
So how do you make connections?
Connections. It depends. In real life, I think it works the same way in real life. You got to find a common thing that you're into.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Like, like say like with apps, like dating apps, which let's not talk about how many of those I'm on right now.
Which apps are you on, Gabe?
People will see if they find me, whatever.
There's so
It's
many
okay.
guys.
Yeah, right.
Shout out to Bumble.
Shout out to Bumble.
Shout out.
Shout out to Hinge.
Shout out to Hinge.
To every Coffee Meets
I'm
Bagel.
I'm banned on Tinder. I can't even go on Tinder.
What the hell? What'd you do?
Promote my shit. Promote Zaddy too hard.
Oops. Like, oh, well, we can't.
Fuck
have
you,
that there,
Tinder.
right? But yeah. But you know, this like scantily clad like chick who's probably like soliciting is on there, not banned.
True.
But like I said, like I think when you match with somebody or you start talking to them and you start messaging them, like you kind of find this common ground, and I think from there it's like you branch out. It's like branching out. Like, I like music. Oh, you like music, right?
Right.
And then it goes from what made you like music, what was your favorite song,
True.
things like that. And then I think from there it's kind of like figuring out if you're like hot or cold, and then seeing if you can transition into like real life. Like, I like Porter Robinson. Oh, you like Porter Robinson. Hey, when is he in concert?
True.
And things like that. And then from there, I think that's where you find out like, if you really do have that connection with that person or not, and things.
I feel like that's how dating's supposed to be.
All right, so tell me how it's going.
I feel like in my past, I feel like it's been like attraction, and then you try to see what you guys have in common after,
Yeah.
which isn't the best way, because then it's like, what if you're in deep with that person and you guys have nothing in common
Yeah.
except for that margarita that you guys had at the bar where you guys met?
Okay. I mean, then shouldn't you like be one of you should be like manning up and just
Hi,
be
Iga.
like,
My sister's on.
oh nice, what's up? Dungeons and Dragons, yo.
Dungeon Dragon.
Dungeons
Dungeon
and
Dragons.
That's what, like we were saying earlier. I think that's when you got to put people down. Like, you know what I mean?
At one point,
At what point?
I guess the moment you realize
Yeah, that it's not gonna.
you
go
have nothing in
anywhere.
common.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And it's kind of like breaking up with somebody is kind of like quitting your job.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Like you want to quit your job the same way like how your ex is gonna talk about you 4 years from now to like a crush that you have. Like, hey, like they were a really great person, but it really just didn't work out between us.
It's on a positive note,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
And not like, oh, they're trash.
Yeah,
They sucked.
they sucked. They're trash. They're psychotic. Like,
True.
you know,
True,
and,
true, true.
You know, like I think with relationships and love and stuff, you get super emotional about things, and everybody's crazy. Apparently,
Everyone-
at some point.
Everyone is crazy.
Yeah.
A little bit. But that's what makes them spicy and interesting.
Yeah,
Just kidding.
Spicy, like that hot sauce you were eating.
Like
earlier.
hot sauce. Yo, these sauces are dangerous.
Like,
Who eats these? Del
I-
Inferno?
I do.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry.
Yikes.
Yeah. Which.
But yeah, that is true.
But
So
bring it-
it's like
hey,
being accountable for how you act and how
Yeah.
you are.
Yeah.
Like you can't be irresponsible like a job and just do whatever and show up late and not really care about anyone and just be selfish.
I mean,
kinda-
that's kind of like you don't care about your job,
Yeah.
so it's kind of like you don't really care much about your relationship either.
Exactly. So like just be accountable for how you act. Because it's a team, I guess, like a job's like a team, right? So
Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
like you have to hold your weight. Other people just want to hold you down.
Right. Right.
What up, Be Creative?
What up, man? What's going on?
We are talking love.
Right. What do you call it?
Dating.
But let's bring it back
Okay.
to there, like where you said like you have this chemistry and this connection with somebody.
Okay.
You know, like, and that's I'm not downplaying saying that's not important, but also like what we were talking about earlier. We had a lot of conversation earlier today, by the way.
Yes, we
That's
did.
how this came about. But we were
did
talking
this come
about yeah. Let's not talk about that. But basically, it's like I think sometimes people get so caught up in like finding that chemistry and connection that they overlook like the values that that person has. You know what I'm saying? Like
How? Like they're trying too hard to be like, oh, you like music. I like music too.
yeah, like don't overemphasize it too much. Like yeah, you like music, but you know you're like a polygamist who has no job and is homeless.
oh,
and you're not-
because you guys are vibing and connecting
Yeah,
so
and,
hard.
and you're not like really ambitious enough to like find a job or something.
True.
And then you have this great connection, and then 5 months down the line, you're like pissed off because he's a deadbeat and has no job.
True.
And it's
Been
like,
in that.
you know, the writing was there. You just kind of didn't. You've been in a polygamous relationship?
No, not the polygamous relationship.
But
What up, Maxie?
what up? What up?
Bex like agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. Values are important.
You
So
know.
what's more important, values or the connection, or both?
Both. I think and luck.
And
you got to
luck.
get lucky to hit all those things
And
at the same
patient.
times and patient. Like there's so many like girls that I've met where it literally the timing was just not right, either for me or for them.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So
What do
just
you do?
unlucky. What do you do? Like suck it up and move on, dude.
True. Keep busy.
Keep busy, yeah. Keep busy. But like you said, same values. Like if you
What up, Ray?
if you're trying to pursue like a dream, like you want somebody who's like has that same thinking.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're trying to pursue I don't know. Let's just make something up.
Like
Like-
you're trying to have a coffee shop,
Yeah.
and then your partner.
Just wants to settle down with kids and just live in their job forever.
So you don't think that's gonna work out?
No.
Why not? Someone could be the supporter. Like, I support you
I mean-
while I'm watching Netflix series.
I take that back. Like, yeah.
What
she
up, Brody?
could- What up, Brody? What's going on, man? Yeah, like she could support you, but in general, it's like you guys have two conflicting goals
True.
in your life.
Right. True.
You know, her like
That's
her,
happened to
her
me.
or him. Okay, I'm not being gender specific.
Ayy. Thank you, Sophia.
You know, they're like you're not gonna like have the greatest time with somebody who just wants to settle down
True.
when you're, you know, trying
Right.
to do your thing. You know?
True.
So
I've been in that
yeah.
where I'm like so passionate and I'm working on my dreams and I'm coming to LA and I'm quitting jobs because I'm working on my dream and they're like, you're irresponsible. You don't care about anything. So it's like
Yeah.
conflicting because it's like he didn't get it
Yeah. That's
because
what
he
I'm
was like,
saying.
what are you doing?
You got different values, but you got that connection.
But we had great connection, right? Okay, so how do you?
I got connection with my drive-through lady at Jack in the Box. All right.
Yo, I'm dead.
So she knows my order. We're very cool. We have a connection.
A
Doesn't mean nothing.
doesn't mean anything. Brody
Yeah.
said the video looked good.
Oh, good.
Lit.
Nice, looks
And
dope.
Sophia, thank you for the Zaddy song. We're working on the music video.
Yeah.
Shh. Okay, so how do you? Okay, so of course everyone knows, right, how to see where your interests are with questions. So where do you see where people's values lie? Like, how do you know what's authentically their values? How, like, what kind of questions?
It's in, you know, it's funny. It's in the little
It's
things.
in their DNA.
Yeah, it's in the DNA. Do some Kendrick right now. Yeah. No, we're not rapping today. Sorry. It's in the little things, I think. That's, like I said, it's all personal opinion right now. So
Okay.
I hope nobody gets butthurt about anything because I could be full of crap, like, you know. But it's in the little things, like how, let's say you're going out with somebody, right?
Right.
How do they talk about their lives? How do they see themselves?
Oh, true.
How do they treat the waiter? How do they treat their friends?
Oh,
Like,
I've gone on some bad dates.
yeah, right. How do they treat your friends? Do you know what
True.
I'm saying? Like
True.
you pick those up, and you know when you're dating somebody, it's like you should be able to because you're paying a lot of attention to this person. Do you know what I mean? Like
Okay.
what's that?
Listen up, you guys.
Whatever. I don't know. Like you ever watch BoJack Horseman?
Oh, I try to.
It's pretty good. I like it. There's like a segment where they're talking about what is it? When you're wearing rose tinted glasses, all the red flags are just flags. Like,
Right.
you know what I mean?
I don't
So,
get it.
Basically, like you're in this honeymoon phase,
Oh, where?
so your glasses are red, so everything red just looks normal.
Oh, so you don't see the red flags. I
No.
thought you meant you're just seeing red flags everywhere. I'm
No,
like,
no, no.
what?
I mean, you know, you might be. You never know.
Right.
But you know, people tend to overlook that, which comes back to just, you know, I think people ignore like values again. Back to the value thing.
Right.
So
So do you think values take longer to come out than interests? Like, does that take longer? Like, you have to be more patient for the values to come out, or it's the same amount of time?
I think it takes time. Like you said, you have to invest time in people,
Yeah.
and honestly, I don't know. Most people are a waste of time.
Most people are a waste of time, so don't date.
Not most people, but
AKA.
yeah, dating wise, there's a lot of people who like. There's a lot of
Well, some guys lie
Pushing the
too.
city, yeah.
Like they just pretend to be interested in what you're interested in
Mm-hmm.
and pretend to have the values that you're looking for.
yeah, because they just want to hit it. I just
Yeah.
wanna hit it. Yeah.
So then how can you recognize if it's a lie? What if they just pretend, oh, because you like art and music and poetry, we'll go to art, music, poetry things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like it depends on your intentions of dating. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Yes, true, girl.
are you
Beck said invest time and look out for the signs, if any.
yeah.
It's the same.
It's what are we talking about?
We're talking about how you can see if someone's like being an imposter and they really mean it, or if it's
Well, it's kind of like asking that person when you first meet them, like, what are your
Be
intentions?
straightforward.
Yeah, what are your intentions with this relationship? And by the way, I feel like this advice only works if you have good intentions. You know what I'm saying? Like, if
True.
you just want to sleep around and stuff, that's
For a different conversation.
a different conversation for another day. Not saying that it's wrong, but you got to experience life.
True.
But yeah, but it's I think when you first talk about somebody, it's like you need to know what your intentions are personally, and you also need to let the other person know what your intentions are when you first start going out with them. Like, oh, what are your intentions? Like, what are you looking for? Right? Like,
Is it okay? Is it weird then to go on a date with a guy and for you to just be like, I'm just looking to date around?
no,
That's not weird.
that's not weird. That's them telling you what they want. And if that's not what you're looking for either, then don't waste your
True.
time.
True. If they're like, I'm looking to have 2 kids.
Oh God,
This year.
That's a little much. So
Dave,
check,
I
please.
feel is right. You should look at their behaviors with others and not just both of yours. Some will, and then Sophia says some will lead you on though.
Yeah, and like I said, like some people don't have good intentions for you, and it's kind of hard to figure that out.
Yeah, right?
Sometimes, yeah.
The intention.
Yeah,
Because they could say one thing, but be a joker.
a joker. Yeah, be a clown.
Yeah, he could be a clown.
Be a clown.
Or she could be a clown.
Yeah.
Have you met clowns?
Yes, a lot.
What do they look like? You've met a lot of clowns?
No. Relationship wise, dating wise, yeah, but it's like, sometimes things just don't work out, man. So
Sure. But you got to try.
you always got to try. And that's kind of hard.
Right?
Right.
Who has time to date?
I don't.
I don't have time to date.
Really?
No.
Right.
I'm busy. I'm planning a music video.
Yeah,
the
that's
next single. What I'm gonna wear to the performance.
Yeah. What she's
And
going to
then
wear on her next date.
And then it's like, who has time to deal with the imposter syndrome? And then having to identify if you're a real man or Pinocchio.
That's true.
Just trying to be a real man.
Ouch.
I'm a real
Yeah.
And especially in LA where everyone's just trying everyone's trying to be something or achieve something. It's like the dating and love isn't, I feel like it's not on the top of the priority list.
No, it's not. I mean, it's there, right? Like, I'm not saying that it's something that like you should completely ignore. But there's that saying that's been going around. It's like that's why you got to surround yourself with like the right people.
Like families.
Not even family, like just like-minded people.
True.
Do you know what I mean? Like you can still pursue your dream and go out with somebody, and that person also understands that dream that you're trying to pursue. You know, like what kind of relationship are you? Are you like a high maintenance relationship type girl?
I just need
Or
them
do
to
you-
be up my ass all the time, 24/7.
Wow.
I'm real low maintenance.
Yeah, exactly. Like same here. Like like
No, I'm not low maintenance. No, I don't know.
you're not
College
or what?
student family.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I can tell you from my personal experience. You can see my computer back here. I'm a fucking nerd.
He's a nerd.
You know what I mean? Like go do your thing, dude. I'll be sitting here playing video games, like,
I'll be
chatting
here.
up to like 16-year-olds.
Oh my god. He likes 16-year-olds. No, I'm just
whatever.
kidding.
Yeah, getting beat by 16-year-olds online and stuff. So, it's very low maintenance, very like cool. Like go do your thing, like, and stuff. But at the same time, we do like to go out sometimes. So, I feel like it's kind of important too to like put effort into it. Like you have that understanding, but you got to make time sometimes.
Right.
And it's kind of figuring out like who's worth investing that time in too.
True.
I don't know if that makes sense. Does it?
Yeah.
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 You have to make time.
Make time and invest time in people. But how do you know if these people are worth investing the time into?
That's my question. I don't know.
It's kind of one of those things
I
where
guess-
you have to like, you got to jump.
I guess it's that moment where you're like, I should date.
You should date.
Yeah. You're like,
Like,
I'm tired of working.
uh-huh.
I should like have fun. I should kind of date.
Yeah. But I feel like you shouldn't think about it that way. I think dating should be fun. It should be like organic. You know what I
True.
mean? Like, hey, like,
Not
like
work.
somebody, like, yeah. Like,
True.
you don't, why force things? You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's true.
And things like that. But, what were we talking like?
It should be fun.
Things you should expect, like, before you start dating.
Okay. What? Oh,
Um,
you're asking me
Yeah. What do you think? I have, like, a couple things, I think, but.
things you should expect. You should expect, like, to set yourself up for success
Yeah.
when you're just starting off.
Yeah.
You should expect nothing. I'm the worst.
This is great.
You
So,
should no.
for everyone listening out there. So, what are your expectations from this relationship? Nothing. All right, this date's over.
No, I mean, okay, you should
Yeah.
expect the unexpected. I don't know. You should expect, wow, I have no expectations.
Yeah, at first I agree. You know, you don't want to put too much. You have to manage expectations in the beginning. You don't want to get crazy about. Like, I just met you, but yet I want to have like 2 kids and like the thing. Like, that's weird.
You should just be open-minded, I feel,
Yeah.
and have a positive mind. Kind of like when you go into like a project or a collaboration. You walk into it. Well, I walk into a collab or
Yeah.
whatever because I relate everything back to work.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I'm going to bring my best to the table and I'm going to expect that this is going to all work out. It's going to be a great experience regardless of what happens. And hopefully we can work on multiple projects or multiple collabs. So I feel like
Yeah.
I would walk into a relationship or whatever the same way. Positive, open-minded, and yeah.
Yeah. That's cool. That's
Yeah.
cool. That's cool. That works out. I mean, I think for me, like, it's a little more practical things too.
Okay.
Like I was saying, it was like, you know, when you start talking to somebody, no matter what happens, unless they're straight up telling you how they feel, like, there's gonna be moments, you know, where you're not talking to them for whatever reason at that time,
Okay.
and you're just not gonna know what they're thinking about you, or like how they think of you.
Unless you ask them.
Yeah, but like I said, maybe they're out of touch at that time, and
True.
and then you're that long lull of silence is like can kill you because you start overthinking in your head, like, oh my god,
What does she think of me?
yeah, what does she think of me? Why isn't she responding?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
you know,
that
you're like-
anxiety.
you're hanging on.
You're
like,
like, it's been a whole
every-
minute.
Yeah, it's been a whole minute.
Why is he not
Yeah,
texting
things.
me? What is he doing?
Yeah, and
I
it's
see
like-
his stories.
And you know, people are busy, man. Like, yeah, you know, you might be your priority in their life.
Right.
Maybe not quite yet, but
Right.
people still got lives to live.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, like, personally wise, I would hate to be in a relationship like that where it's like they're there every second of every minute of every day.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I like that
Really?
at first.
At first, I mean, it's great, but you got.
And
you
then I'm
guys-
like, okay, too much.
You guys got things to do, man. Like, what?
Right.
What
What
if
up,
you-
Taylor Gang Gang?
What's going on? What if you got things to talk about?
Sophia said focus on work first. And if the person wants to be there through the hardships, that's when you know they're a good one.
Yeah, I agree.
The hardships.
The hardships, you know, because you want, you know, you got to think of it in the long run. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like short-term gains right now, like you might spend some time together now, but if you let this person do their hustle and do their grind, like if you're playing the long con, which you should always be playing the long con, like you'll have a better quality of life in the future if you just sacrifice a little bit now.
What if they're like toxic though?
Then peace out, dude. Don't waste your time.
But what if, okay, so the so say you get with someone who's like hustling, they're doing their thing.
Yeah.
But what if you don't want to do that? What if you just want someone who's like done with the hustle and they're just,
Then that's what
there's
you.
just one person hustling, the other one's like good.
That's good.
They're just chilling.
Just want a house husband.
A house? No, not a house
Thing.
husband. No, not a house husband.
Then that's that. I think that just goes back to what you're looking for in a relationship.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
True.
if that's what you want, then that's what you want. Like,
Right. It
Okay.
just, so you have, so before you even go into it, you have to know what you want
yeah,
or what you're looking for.
exactly. You know,
I feel like people don't do that. Well, I don't do that.
really.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so what do you want in a relationship right now?
Whoa,
There you go,
whoa,
like,
whoa.
Take notes.
That's what
Take
you
notes,
want.
people watching. Take notes. I got you.
What do I want? I want someone, I don't know what I want. I do know, but I also
What up, Joel?
don't know
Yeah.
what I want.
Yeah. So what do you want?
I don't know. I do know.
All right. What are the parts?
I want someone who's supportive
Okay.
of what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Someone who can help out.
Mm-hmm.
Someone kind of like a shrink, because I have a lot of like voices in my head.
Yeah.
So someone who's like understanding and patient
Mm-hmm.
and will tell me nice things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, those are nice things to have, right?
Right?
Like, surprisingly hard to find, but nice things to have. you
Yeah.
know? Yeah. So that's a good thing. And at the same time, you when you're in that getting to know you phase, it's kind of like everything you do is literally going to be interpreted as how that person sees you. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if they think you're cool, then whatever you do is going to be cool. Like,
Yeah, and I
whatever
hate that.
gestures, like, really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
To just be put on a pedestal.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I hate that.
Yeah.
I hate that.
Yeah. It's kind of, to me,
I don't hate it, but it's nice. But it's
nice,
like you
but-
can do no wrong. And I feel like if someone holds you that high up, eventually you're just going to fall because that's not realistic. They're not seeing you for like who
Yeah.
you actually are. They're just seeing what they want to see of you.
Exactly.
And that's not really you.
Yeah.
And then vice versa. I don't think it's like you should hold a guy up on a, I don't think you should hold anyone up on a pedestal.
Yeah, I think, like I said, it's important to find, I think, a balance between,
Loyal, respectful.
yeah, being respectful and, like, nice and, like, like, being nice gestures and then putting them up on a pedestal. There's, like, a balance between that,
Right.
I think. But at the same time, like I said, if they perceive you, like, as creepy, anything you do is going to
No matter what, you're
is going to be creepy. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, so it's kind of like
Right.
they kind of got to, like, already kind of got to, like you in a way,
True. Yeah, true.
So,
Because it's kind of hard to work your way from creepy to like the man of your dreams.
someone should make a movie about that. I don't know. That sounds a little sounds a little difficult, but okay.
Kind of like a girl that's ill to like bombshell.
Oh, like an ugly duckling. Like
Yeah.
when they go into like a swan.
Yeah, has that ever happened?
Yeah. Hopefully it's not like Black Swan.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. But
Have you ever tried to morph someone into a swan in your mind?
no. Like you mean like they're
Like, okay, you know how girls are like,
yeah.
I'm gonna build my man up. So he got potential, so I'm gonna build him up to be this man that I want. Like, do you guys ever do that? Like, they're like, oh, she's whatever, but eventually she's gonna do this. Like, do you guys do that? Do you do that?
I want to say no,
No.
but I think part of that too is maybe in your head.
That's an odd plot.
That is really odd, right? That's why we don't make movies. Sorry.
So no.
Yeah.
So
Let me
okay,
just
no.
answer this here. What the hell? Yeah. Exactly. So no.
No. Okay. No.
Hmm.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Guys don't build women. They come as it is.
Mm.
I think it would be a good Netflix series.
Oh God. Is this like you? Like another version of you, except that like being. Hold on, I'm checking my stream here.
Check the stream.
Oh, Danielle says what's up. She said, "Build a man."
Who said that?
Build a man.
Build a
Yo,
man.
That could be a really good.
Builds a man.
Yeah.
I'm building him.
That could be a really good.
Build a bay. We call him Build a bay.
Build a
Women
man.
do that all the time.
Right.
Build a bay.
Yeah.
Never fall for potential.
What do you mean never fall for potential? Like.
Potential.
Mhm.
You should just
You should just be.
take it as it is.
I could see that.
Kind of like hoe
Yeah,
to
yeah.
a housewife.
Yeah.
What's the guy? Fuck boy to a husband.
Yeah, hoe to a housewife.
Hoe to a housewife.
It doesn't work that way. I don't think it works. That does not work. Like, yeah.
I make a great housewife.
Really?
No. I don't even know how to cook.
Oh.
I know how to clean.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that works out.
Good music video concept. Oh yeah, true.
Yeah. Right? What do we say? Yeah, Joel's like, I agree.
What? Hoe to
Never-
housewife.
Never fall for potential.
Never fall for potential.
Yeah.
Do you believe in that?
Yeah.
But does okay? So what part is it potential,
I mean,
and then what part is it growing with the person?
that's a good question.
Right?
Yeah, right? I think part of it is,
Seeing
Seeing.
progress.
yeah, seeing,
If they're just talking the talk, if
Yeah.
they're actually walking the walk.
yeah. Plus, I think, if it's actual progress, they're
I
actually,
am
like,
Filipino.
they're actually already doing it
True.
while you're talking to them already.
True. And they're not just like, one day
Yeah.
I have a dream.
Yeah, I have a dream, but yet I'm,
Study on Netflix.
but I'm still sitting on the couch on Netflix doing nothing.
Playing video games.
Yeah. What's wrong with that?
I mean, not. What's wrong with that? Nothing's wrong with that, but I guess excessively, that's all they're doing.
Yeah.
Like, you're different. You're doing, like, photo shoots, and you're doing this, and you're
Mm-hmm.
doing that, and you're playing video games,
Yeah.
which is a hobby. It's
Yeah.
not like your full-time job.
I know.
Your
It's
side
not-
job.
Not good enough. Sorry, guys.
Oh, wow.
I gotta get good.
Gotta get.
Gotta get good.
Gotta get.
Yeah. So, all right. So let's say if you're starting, finally, you have that talking phase, and you're getting to know you phase, and you're seeing each other phase. Like, are you the type of person who like holds back, or do you just go all out and just say fuck it? AKA Mamba mentality, yo.
Mamba mentality. I feel like I hold back.
Really?
Who wants to be vulnerable? Ew. They have
Ew.
to be vulnerable
Feelings.
first.
Ew.
Feelings.
Hate feelings.
Yeah.
I mean, look at
Unless
me.
I'm like in deep and then
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I guess I'm all out. I guess what? I don't have anything to lose.
Yeah.
But even then, it still takes a certain like risk.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. You have to be willing to be vulnerable,
Right.
and you have to be willing to risk. You know what I mean? If
Right.
not, no risk, no reward.
Oh, when
You know.
when do you? I guess it's harder on guys because you guys have to be all like forward, so you have to take all the risks.
Yeah, not necessarily. I mean, times have changed.
True.
I've been with girls who like they're the ones who like put it out
Initiate.
there, initiate.
True.
So, goes both ways.
True.
Like we're in about gender equality nowadays.
Whatever. That part.
Yeah, that part, whatever. Stupid, yeah. But I, as much as I like, hate to be all up in my feelings, like, see this face. It's happy, sad. Like,
Wow.
yeah, wow.
I'm like, this is my sad face.
Yeah. This is, it just doesn't change. But I feel like I'm the type of person who, like, I think once you really feel like you like somebody, you just go all out and just do it. Like,
Balls to the walls, guys. Shoot
Yeah.
your shot.
Exactly. Because it's more like just shoot your shot and move on, man. You know what I mean? And it's like, and it's not like you can't like, we're talking about making connections and everything, right? Mm-hmm. And it's not like you can't, like some people still say, oh, you can't be friends with them. But dude, you've just started talking to them. You've just started dating, quote unquote.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's not like you were like married to them or something. You know, and it's like you can always build, you know, other types of relationships from that, like friendships and like,
True.
things like that. But, you know, you should just go all out, I feel.
Like romance. Like, would you say you're romantic? A romantic
I hate that
person.
word, yes.
You. Why do you hate that word?
I don't know. I think that's,
I hate that word. Yes.
I think that's just the guy side of me who just like refuses to like admit
That you're
things like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
It's hard for me to admit things like that, I
Mm.
guess. But yeah. So, you know, if it doesn't work out, great. You shot your shot. You move on. You know what I mean? And you're either like gonna be a crybaby about it, or something, or like,
well,
just,
I think
hey, like,
I think that's what it is in society today. Like people don't want to be vulnerable because it's off to the next swipe or it's off to the next guy, the next girl. So it's like they rather it's like it's like a losing game almost. Like if you show your feelings or you're like I really like you and they're like
ooh,
silence or whatever, then it's like, damn, that hurt. I guess I just like
Yeah.
that person. But like,
Yeah,
it's just
yeah.
the risk you take, I guess, when you're playing that.
yeah.
It's not even playing because it's like honest, right? So it's not even. You
It
know how they say
kinda-
it's a game, but it's
Yeah.
like, then it's like manipulation.
Yeah, it's kind of also that kind of goes into like
Yes, go
ghosting
all out.
and stuff. Because all right,
I'm a ghoster.
yeah,
Guilty.
right. No, like my opinion on that is like people do that because they're afraid of conflict. Like they don't want to be the negative Nancy. They don't want to like face that conflict. They don't want to be the bearer of bad news to somebody.
True. Who
But-
wants to be the bearer of bad news?
Yeah, so the thing it sucks because they think they're doing that person a favor,
Vulnerable. What's the end game?
but they're not. Like they're just leaving that person in like relationship limbo forever.
Relationship limbo.
Like, you know, and then
True.
and then
you're just
you
like
get all-
collecting them.
yeah, and then you get all like anxious because you don't know that person isn't telling you anything, and then you're just left to like drift forever into
True.
like
Relationship limbo.
yeah, and stuff. Where, you know, to me, if you tell somebody, you know, thanks, but I'm not interested, or like say like you're interested, or give like some type of definitive yes or no, like you're doing them the biggest favor in the world. Because if it's a no, you can move on. If it's a yes, you can move on.
Right.
You know what I mean? Short-term pain for long-term gains. There you go. Yeah.
Facts.
Facts.
Gabe is dropping some gems. So Sophia said, yes, go all out. Why are you scared to be vulnerable? What's the end game? See, look at this girl.
Right? She knows what's up.
She knows what's up.
What's up?
Sophia, you know what's up.
Yeah. The end game is to eventually have a long-term relationship and share a life
Oh,
with somebody,
true.
a meaningful life.
Not like
Yeah.
guys and girls in limbo. In
Yeah,
limbo
right.
love.
In limbo of love.
The limbo of
That are
love.
just stuck wandering
Right.
forever.
Wandering and wondering if,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, what is it? You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
True. True.
Yeah. So, you know, I'm just looking at my feed now, see if anyone's taking their shots.
Dating 101. What's up, you guys? I'm here with Gabe. Today we're talking about love, relationships, dating in LA. What's up, Sweezy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, you know, ghosting, anxiety.
I've gotten better, though.
Yeah.
I've tried to be more straight up now.
Oh,
I
really?
used to be the queen of dating limbo.
Oh, really?
I like to just collect them
And just let them sit there for a while.
Yeah.
And just like, you know.
in
things.
rotation.
That's messed up.
This is kind of messed up.
That is kind of messed up, yo. Like, come on, man. Yeah.
Immature.
Yeah.
A little immature.
Yeah. But
It's unfair for both parties, though. You're
True.
not really doing them a favor, and you're not doing yourself a favor.
yeah.
So why are you trying to collect dust? False hope.
Exactly. Like I said, like you're just cause a little pain in the short term. In the long term, it's like better for everybody.
Yeah. Be honest, you guys.
You know, just be honest and be like, yo.
Sophia said that is so sad.
So if you guys don't know, we have like 2 streams going.
Yeah,
So,
we're live
I have
streaming.
a stream over here. And she has a stream over there.
Yes.
But
We're
that's why I
double
keep
streaming.
looking this way. What's up?
Oh my god, it's 10:37. We're going overtime.
I know. Well, we did start late.
We did start kind of late.
Oh, it's Mike. It says the worst for a guy is trying to filter out the girls and just for a free meal.
Whoa.
Yes.
The free mealers.
I've read that also in a bunch of other articles, but I think you can kind of figure it out too, right? If you're like talking to them at the meal, like I've
And they bring
actually
their
been on
kids.
this a couple times, and it's like they're just like on their phone the whole time, like
Oh no.
you know. And I feel like you can kind of gauge that too, like when you're messaging somebody and like they give you like 1-word answers, like sup,
Yeah.
like okay,
Or an emoji.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, should be the clown emoji.
Someone told me they don't like when I just heartfelt messages.
They don't like what?
Like when I just like put a thumbs up or like a heart on a message.
Yeah, I mean, I think you gotta feel the vibe, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like sometimes people are busy, and that's just what they do.
Yeah.
They don't mean anything by it,
Right.
you know. But I think at first, if you're really just starting to talk to somebody, like you probably got to put a little more effort than just emojis. But
Facts.
later on, when you know
You
somebody,
you could just not give a shit.
yeah,
I'm just kidding.
yeah.
Sweezy said people don't socialize as much in person. I do.
You think so?
I'm more of a talker in person
In
gets to know.
person,
I hate
yeah.
the texting. I hate texting.
Mhm.
I hate phone calls.
I could. Do
If I
phone
don't know
calls.
you, I'm not going to talk to you forever on the phone.
Yeah.
Unless I know you,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
then cool. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but socializing in person is also a skill that you probably
Hey,
practice.
Serena.
You know,
Don't take emotions. Sophia said, don't take emojis seriously. Millennials live off of phones.
I mean, we lived off the phones too back then, except
True.
that they were corded,
Yeah, true.
and you had to worry about other
Texting is
people
insane.
picking up the phone.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
True.
yeah. I mean, it's great, you know, in a way where texting saves time. It's quick.
I feel like you said, you could learn
Mm-hmm.
how to have conversations with people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
socializing.
Socializing
I feel
101.
like is a skill. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You have to keep doing it to get better at it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You can't.
You ask questions. You have to be genuinely interested in the person. How about that? Can we talk
Yeah.
about that?
Yeah,
I feel like some
exactly.
people just date just to date.
Yeah,
It's like tying your shoes or brushing your teeth.
yeah, yeah.
It's
yeah,
just,
yeah.
oh, I'm going on the date. And you're not even, I feel like some people don't listen.
Yeah. They're just like there to be like
Yeah.
to stunt whatever.
Yeah.
I get it. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. What's up?
Texting, unfortunately, causes people to overanalyze. True that.
So the thing with overanalyzing, which I'm probably guilty of also. Shut up.
No, everyone overanalyzes, especially if you're interested in a person.
Yeah.
If you're
but-
not, it's like, oh, they can text me tomorrow. I don't really care.
Yeah, but I think what happens is that you get anxious. You know what I mean? And then you like start to get anxiety about things that don't exist.
So how do you not get anxious when you like someone?
I think the important thing is, I think Joel said it
What?
in there, is to live in the moment, man.
Live in the moment.
Be in the moment.
Yes.
You can't change the past. You know what I
true.
mean? Like, you just can't. You can
Yeah.
learn from it. You can not accept it if you don't want to, but you can't change the past, and you can't
Control the
predict
future.
and you can't control it.
Facts.
Just be in the moment,
Yep.
you know,
Yep.
even if it makes you do crazy ass things, but
You're in the moment.
you're in the moment.
You're in the moment.
Yeah.
Be straightforward.
And then that also goes to what we were talking about. If they think you're cool, then whatever crazy ass thing you're doing is going to be cool. But if they think you're creepy, I'm sorry, you're probably going to be a creep.
so you won't be anxious.
Yeah.
Oh, be straightforward so you won't be anxious.
Yeah. Straightforward. And like I said, just
Don't lie.
live in the moment. Yeah.
What if you're crazy? Are you just like, hey, I'm crazy?
That's probably not something you want to start off with. Like, things. Like, all right, so like for me, like, you know, so say if you're on like an app, right? And
Okay.
stuff. Red flags for me is if like the first thing they say, not to like say that I'm not religious or like whatever, is like,
I love God
yeah,
first.
I love Jesus. Or like,
What?
I'm a
That's what
follower
they
of
say
him.
from the very beginning?
Yeah, and I'm like, yo, that's
Yo.
cool, but that's not really the thing you want to like
Lead into.
lead into.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know, I'm not super religious, but at the same time, I'm like, that's kind of like
Too much.
too much.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like things like that, or you know, if people have like weird fetishes and stuff. Like
Right.
that's probably not something you want to lead with. Like,
Right. Let me see your feet.
yeah, no. Like no. Let's see. We got talking points.
Long
Let's check it
paragraphs.
out. Yeah.
I hate long paragraphs.
Why?
I hate it. I don't like talk. I don't because I don't want to talk to someone in text format. I just hate it. I hate long paragraphs. I hate
true.
witty things.
You hate witty things, but you're a very witty person.
I'm a witty person, but I don't like the witty banter. I'm just like really straightforward.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's grab food.
Yeah.
Cool. When? It's just very direct.
Yeah.
I don't like questions. I hate questions. I'm the worst.
How does that even work? Hey, let's go
That's
eat.
why
Yes, and then where do you want to eat? I hate questions. Like,
yeah, that would probably annoy me. I guess okay, a better question would be like, so what are you allergic to? And then they just decide.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or what do you don't eat?
What if people just say they were raised to be Catholic?
Okay, I was raised to be Catholic.
What if that's what they lead into?
Um,
Sweezy said the worst answer is no.
yeah, I don't know. And that's always a valid answer too. Is I don't know. I think that's also another thing. Is like,
No, the worst answer is no.
yeah, if you're raised to be Catholic, I don't know. I was
Yeah.
raised to be Catholic. Is that a bad thing? Is that a good
I
thing?
guess when you
Like,
said the religion thing,
yeah,
when they lead in with the religion, I guess that would be kind of interesting if you're just like, hey, I was raised to be Catholic. Like, it's
yeah, right. Like,
a little.
you know what? If I was like super practicing Catholic, like religious, like that, and I vibe with that, then be like, hey, I was raised to be Catholic too.
True. So I guess it's your truth, whatever your truth
Yeah,
is.
whatever your relationship style is.
Yeah. As
Like-
long as you're authentic.
Yeah, like we were talking about. Like, I feel like we're very low maintenance people. Or maybe not. You know, she can't even figure out what questions she wants to answer. But okay, I'm a very low maintenance person, right? So obviously, not obviously, but maybe somebody who also like has that same relationship style would be more compatible. You know, or like we were saying earlier, like you just maybe there's a relationship for everyone,
Yeah.
you know, and a certain type of person for everyone,
True.
and like that's kind of
Just
like
be
what
you.
works out better. Yeah, just be you,
Just be you.
like thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be you, you guys.
Yeah.
Don't be anybody else because it's really hard to be someone you're not.
Yeah. And then let's just check the talking points real quick.
Let's do it.
Alright, we talked
Gabe's
about
got these
that.
talking points.
Talked about that.
Do Catholics only marry other Catholics?
No.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just more compatible if you're if you're practicing Catholic to date another, or if you're Christian, you
Yeah.
date a Christian, or if you're spiritual, you date a spiritual person.
Yeah. Or
Or if you're open minded.
if you want to get married in a Catholic church,
True.
you both have to be Catholic.
Yeah. What up, Mike Live?
Yeah.
We're talking love, dating,
So we talked about putting in
Mamba
time.
mentality.
Yeah, putting in time and effort.
Putting in time. That sounds like jail.
What?
Putting in time.
I mean, it's like anything, man. You put in time into your music, right? You put in time into your art.
True.
You got to put effort into it.
Into dating. Mike Live's married and has a baby.
That's cool. You still got to
And
put
he has the talk show. That's what's up.
That's what's up. Yeah. You still got to put effort into your relationship, even past dating. I think that's the thing people forget too.
Like what? That's all, right?
No, man.
Like what?
You always got to like be putting in effort.
Like, hey, good morning. Good night, thinking about you.
Yeah.
Like that?
Yeah, sure. I mean, is that
I got
really-
you water.
Yeah,
I got coffee.
I got coffee. Got cream puffs. I think.
Or it's okay. I knew a friend that would pay attention
Mm-hmm.
to what the person likes throughout the year, so that by the time their birthday came, they got the perfect gift. How sweet is that? It's very thoughtful.
That's a lot of effort.
That's effort though, but it's like
It
really
is.
caring versus like, oh, last minute, oh, it's their birthday. What can I get? Oh, here's a gift card
Yeah.
to something
But
that
also
you don't
communication
even.
is important too. There's also, so what do you want for your birthday?
Key in all relationships, communication.
Yeah.
Facts, see? Assurance.
Yeah.
Honesty. Dang, you guys know a lot about relationships.
Yeah, right?
Who here is in a relationship?
Yeah.
Communication.
Not me.
Well, I don't like questions, remember? So
Yeah. Oh, here we go. So,
I just don't like questions I don't want to answer. How about that?
that's called, being vulnerable. But you got to choose who you want to be vulnerable to.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
You can't just be vulnerable to
Right.
like some dude you meet at Ralph's.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know the phrase love is a mind.
A
love is
losing
battlefield.
game.
Love is a minefield, dude. Like, one thing will just blow up in your face at any time.
Just left.
But you just gotta handle it that way.
You gotta handle it.
There's that
A mantra. You have to have mantras.
Yeah, the one
Like
thing-
I can make it through this.
Yeah, like I think the one thing we put on there was abundance mentality
True.
versus scarcity
Lack.
mentality.
Oh, true. Kind of like a girl that thinks she needs to have a baby at 30 because she thinks she is gonna not be fertile.
Yeah,
So it's like, I need to marry this guy. He's the one, and the values are off. Everything's off. But you're like, no, he's it. This is the man.
yeah.
But it's like, oh, but the next guy in line could be it.
Yeah.
Let's see what they said. Sweezy said, wasted my time 5 years. Sophia said, just left my ex of 3 years.
Wow.
Is it a waste of time though?
I
I
think
say
that,
it's-
that depends on the person. If you, that's your truth, right? That's on the person. Because we can tell you like, oh, but what did you learn from that time?
True. That's the positive way of looking at it.
Yeah, but at the same time, it was 5 years. Like, holy shit! Like,
That's the whole like bachelor's degree and some.
yeah,
It's almost a master's.
yeah, and partway through a graduate's degree, player hating degree, PhD.
I got my PhD.
3 years. I mean,
It's not a waste. Honestly, like with my last relationship, that was like 2.5 years.
Yeah.
And it didn't go well. But like I feel like I learned a lot, so I don't think it was a waste of time.
yeah.
It would have been a waste of time if I stayed in it for another 5 years knowing what it was.
Yeah.
At least you guys left, so
Props to you.
God gives you good and the bad. So you experience what you want and don't. Yep.
Yep. But that's also why I think you have to get out there and
Date.
it's very rare to one off somebody. Like, it's the first person I meet. We're gonna be together forever.
Whoa.
Like,
That's a lot of pressure.
but it's possible.
It is possible, but is that negative of me to think? Is that pessimistic of me to just think that's a lot?
Yeah, no, because
It's realistic,
it's realistic.
but
You
it's
know.
also realistic.
But life, like I said, life is this variety is the spice of life. So to say that it's impossible, no, it's not impossible. But is it probable? Yeah, or it's more likely to be less probable than it actually is. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's more realistic to figure out what you want in people when
True.
you start dating multiple people
Options.
options. Maybe not even like, I don't know. Like, for me, I'm not a serial dater. Like, I don't like dating people at the same time.
Why?
Like,
Because it
multiple
gets
people.
confusing.
No, it's not that it gets confusing. Like, come on, man. What's your name
I
again?
get confused.
You're like, I'm sorry. What's your name?
I'm like, what story did I tell you?
Yeah, like, wait. Hold on.
Sometimes I'm like, wait, what was your name before the date?
Yeah. Like, wait. Who, you meet them up.
Wait, yes.
Like, wait, I forgot your name.
Wait, what is your name?
Oh, God. No, that and
It's commitment of both parties.
It's, like, I think it's once you're like actually dating. I'm not saying like when you're just talking to people, you can talk to as many people as you want. But when you're actually dating, I think it's part of it is economic wise. It's expensive dating multiple people at once.
True.
That's just being real. Like, yo,
As a guy.
yeah,
Or I guess a female too, equal opportunity,
yeah.
whatever.
It's just expensive, dude. Like,
True.
you going out to dinner, go out to a movie.
You're taking care of
You
two.
going to Laker games and things like.
True.
You know, you go on 3-4 dates a week, you're already down like $500-600. Honestly.
Wow.
Like,
True.
you know.
Unless you're cheap and you just bring them to the park
Yeah,
and
that's
go on hikes.
That's great. Like, yeah.
Yeah. Yes, it's expensive. LOL, expensive. Women are expensive.
Women,
Consensus.
guys in general are expensive.
The upkeep is ridiculous. Yep, we're hungry.
Like, people are expensive in general.
People are expensive.
Like, they got needs, they got wants.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hiking is great, but are you gonna do that like 24/7? Like,
All the time.
All the time. Like,
The
unless
beach.
you love hiking that much, which by the way, everybody on their profile loves hiking so much that I'm surprised that they're not all professional hikers. Like, they're not backpacking in the woods.
Oh,
Like,
shit.
Like things. I feel like that's like a whole nother topic. It's
And
just like,
extremely difficult because you need to prioritize your time. What up, Joey?
what up?
We're talking dating. We have 32 seconds. Wow. I didn't
yeah.
know they cut it off.
They do. Mike just said the same thing. He's like, there's a lot of hikes.
Dang.
Museums are good. One girl I was talking to was not into museums. Which
Really?
is kind of sad. But
Aw.
yeah.
Tips.
Tips.
How to be a good dater.
How to be a good dater.
Yeah.
All right, we'll close out with that.
Let's do it.
Um,
How do you
how would
intend
I-
to be a good dater in this world?
In this world, be attentive,
Okay.
be interested, be in the moment.
That's good.
Understand that it's not you if it doesn't work out.
It's them.
It might be them, but at the same time, it's not necessarily you.
Oh, yours ended too.
Oh, sad. It's okay.
It's okay. We're still here.
Yeah, we're still here. We're still here, guys.
We're still here.
Yeah, it's sometimes, you know, someone doesn't feel that you're not the right fit for them. It's not the end of the world, man.
True.
Like abundance mentality. There's somebody out there.
Abundance mentality. Like, how many people are in the world?
Yeah. Which there's also a sadder way of thinking about it. Because
What?
I was listening to Porter Robinson's commentary on his album,
Uh-huh.
and one of the songs he made, he's like, a thought came to me that was really sad.
What?
It's like, there's how many billion people in the world?
Billions.
Right?
But how many times do we fall in love?
No, it's not that. It's like, and people say that, you know, you have that one person that's like your soulmate or whatever, or the person
believe
that
we
you're supposed
have-
to be with. But there's so many people in the world that we don't even meet a fraction of that many people.
True.
So he's like, so it's kind of
Unless you're
sad.
just speed dating the whole world.
Yeah, right. So he's like, it's kind of sad that there's a possibility you will never meet that person
Dang.
ever.
Ooh, that's really sad.
Yeah, right.
That's what we're closing out with.
No, we're not. But anyway, he made that song and he said, how cool would it be for me to make this song and that person like across the world or something would hear this song, you know? And like, I was like, that's kind of cool. Like, yeah, I should think about that. Like, how
like
cool
that.
is it if like this one person would hear me like mix or like whatever, just some random place,
That's cool.
you know, and things like that. So,
That's good.
but yeah,
Be attentive. Be interested.
be there.
Be in the moment.
And
live
be
in the moment.
Be respectful. Like,
And respectful.
I think, yeah, closing. I think people forget that other people are people. You know what I mean? And then people get hurt and they get all defensive, like, well, I don't like her anywhere, or like, fuck that bitch, or like,
Right.
whatever. And it's like,
Still be a respectful human being.
yeah, I mean, they're people too. Even
Right.
even if you don't agree that, you know, they don't think that you're the one, or something.
Gabe is single, guys.
Oh yeah.
Shout out.
Shout out. Phone number is cut out. And stream ends.
My number is 1-800-ZADDY-23.
It just cuts
And
out.
I'm single too. Shout out.
Shout out. Yeah. How about you?
No.
What are your dating tips?
I feel like, no, I don't feel like. You should know who you are
Before anything else.
before anything else.
That's true.
Because like I said in the beginning, I never used to date based off of interest or values. And it's like, what am I interested in?
Yeah.
What can I have in common with this person?
Yeah.
What values do I have?
Yeah.
So I feel like knowing who you are will help you find what I guess you're looking for.
Yeah. And I think that's kind of like maybe a sign of maturity, I guess.
Yeah. And don't waste people's times.
Yeah. And I think people confuse like maturity with getting older.
True.
You know what I
Just
mean?
because you're 80 years old doesn't mean you're the wisest person on the planet. You could be,
Yeah.
you could have the maturity of a 8-year-old.
Yeah. I mean, like, back when we were younger, obviously we all dated just to date, or just to like.
And
mess
people still
around.
date like that until
Yeah.
their 40s.
Yeah, but I feel like personally when it's your time to be like, I need, something with like more than just casual things or than just hanging
Like
out.
they bump and they're like, girlfriend,
Yeah.
boyfriend.
Yeah. And
We
then-
go together.
Yeah, and
You're
then-
cute. I'm cute.
Yeah, and then 4 weeks later, we broke up. Okay, bye.
Off to the next thing.
Yeah, on to the next one.
Yeah.
Like, no. So, anyway,
Yeah.
that sounds like a good.
So that's my thoughts.
Yeah. And,
Be responsible.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And just know, for all you single people out there, we're still single too. It's all good.
Right.
We're
Being
happy
and being
with
single or being in a relationship isn't like a trophy, Like
Yeah.
it's not it's something that takes time, it takes work, it takes two to tango. You
Yeah.
should know when to work at it, you should know when to give it up.
Yeah.
And even if you're single, like it's not a bad thing. Doesn't make you less of a person.
Yeah, you don't have
Unsuccessful.
This stigma of
It's-
like,
Yeah, you can look on Facebook and you're like, oh my God, all my high school friends have babies and they're married and they have a house and this and that. Like, you don't know what goes on behind the picture.
yeah, exactly.
So,
They literally do all have kids and have houses.
yeah, and that doesn't mean anything. It just means,
Yeah.
their values are different than what yours are. And you shouldn't compare yourself. And two, like, if you're dating and you're in a happy relationship, good for you. If you're single and you're loving your life and you're seeing, people that are like meaningful, you have meaningful friendships, then you're going to have meaningful relationships. Like it all goes together.
Yeah, and that's, I think, the key right
Yeah.
there is, as much as I love being single, it's like you kind of got to find people who are worth me sacrificing that for.
Right.
You know what I mean? Not
Having
saying-
value in yourself.
Yeah, and it's not saying that I still can't do what I want to do,
Right.
or she wants to do what she wants to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're grown ass people, man.
Right.
Like, she's gonna do what she wants to do in theory.
Right.
I'm a grown ass man. Like, okay,
Right.
it's my job to handle that. Like, okay,
Right.
and you can say whatever you want, and there's still people. Like, you can't
Right.
control them. Like,
You can't control them. That's not love.
yeah,
It's
exactly.
control.
Yeah, that's not the idea of like love that you want to, or at least I want. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm.
Right.
So
Right. You can't like love your job and you love your friends and you love your family and life is great and then your relationship is shitty. Like it just doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
Like if you hate your job, you hate your friends, you hate everyone, then you're probably gonna hate whoever you're dating too. Like it just goes all together.
that's true, unless you're really sacrificing that much for that person.
And then that's the only thing that's going, right?
Yeah, right. Possibility. So, like I said, life is this variety spice of life. So anyway,
Spice life.
it's Athena and Gabe in the morning.
Hey, aka 11 p.m. at night. Thanks for tuning in, you guys. Gabe, thanks for having me here.
You're welcome. Until we do it again.
Hey,
Catch you all.
catch you guys.
Peace out.
Happy Valentine's Day, guys.
Happy Singles Awareness Day.
Or that
All right, Joe.
night. Boom.